Our church about how a lot of the scriptures are coming to pass in the degradation of our country. This is all stuff in America. I'm not showing anything in other countries. David Wilkerson is one of the best preachers I've heard, and he made a sermon called A Cry to Anguish. And I'm going to just go through parts of it here with you. I want you to hear this because these things are getting forgotten within our churches.
The ruin and moral chaos is corrupting the house of God also. How else do you explain that multiplied numbers of Christians go home and watch HBO, a program I've never seen? I don't have television. But I read about it in the newspaper today, in the New York Times, called The Sopranos. This is a mafia bunch.
You guys remember
that
it?
Kill and murder and maim. Gratuitous sex. Cheating, lying, mafia. And we have millions of Christians now in the United States getting together and talking.
It's how in our society things slowly creep into our lives. How a lot of the things in the church have now become like the world, and it's really hard to even see them apart. Like, you don't know a Christian in the street. You can't recognize if they're a believer or not. And this is the issue, is the world has crept into our churches, and we watch these things and we become like desensitized to it. We become desensitized to everything, and then it's like it's okay. So he right now is talking about his cry to anguish about these things that he sees going on around him. So I want to get on to the next part here.
That there's such a coldness sweeping the land. So many people I know were my friends, and I see them go one by one, husbands and wives, into such passivity, going to churches where they can find smooth messages, no longer wanting to hear anything of wrath or of correction. Some of my closest friends, I see them falling by the wayside, and the cry is it nothing to you?
It's time. I'm hoping that you see kind of the message that I'm trying to give here is that it's time for us Christians and believers to really take the signs of the times and what is going on around us seriously. As I'm recording this, it's just really ironic. It's thundering, the rain. As soon as I started recording this, thunder all over the place, pouring down rain. It's just amazing. It's my day off and I get to do this. So let's go on.
Where's the anguish? Where are the tears? Where's the mourning? Where's the fasting? Now, many of you fast, many of you pray, broken before the Lord. I'm talking about the body of Jesus Christ in general. Where's the getting up in the middle of the night? You see, he said, night and day I began to pray. Where's the confessing of your sins and of your children, confessing your children's sins before the Lord, or your mate's sin before God? Because this is exactly what Nehemiah does. He confesses his sins and the sins of all the people. And then he says, we have sinned. I have sinned. And then he said, we have sinned.
You guys get up in the middle of the night? Do you fall on your face and cry like Nehemiah did in chapter 1 when he heard about the state of Jerusalem? Spiritually, the state of Jerusalem is our church today. And it's not a joke, guys. Things are really happening. Pretty soon I'm going to do another video on what's going on with Russia. We can't be ignorant. And these days are serious, folks. Wake up. I'm just trying to tell you, I'm really trying to tell you. I want to scream on a mountaintop. I'm not sure how to do it, how to get the word out. At least I'm having a cry of my heart as well. And I'm admonishing and hoping you do too.
Flesh. And folks, I've been around the world again and listening to the cry of pastors, dead and empty, some treating their wives like animals. And here I haven't prayed in months, I haven't prayed in 6 months, and I know that sermons won't do it. I know that a new revelation won't do it, covenant won't do it. I know now. Oh my God, do I know it? Until I'm in agony. Until I have been anguished over it. I'm preaching sermons. Oh God, I'm preaching sermons. Then I said, no, it's too late. I don't have that much time. And all our projects, all our ministries, everything we do, where are the Sunday school teachers that weep over kids they know are not hearing and they're going to hell?
Do you have that anguish cry? As you look at the state of our nation, I'm asking you, believers and non-believers, this is serious, all right? I did another video, and it's called The Coming Crisis. And I don't get many visions from the Lord, just random throughout my life. This one, The Coming Crisis. And I said, Lord, what do you mean? And I'm looking and I'm watching the ways of our world, the things that are just creeping up faster and faster and faster and faster. You guys, it's no joke. I know people have been saying this for a long time. This is absolutely no joke. And I would really, 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 really pray that those who hear this video will really consider what I'm saying. I just want to scream from the mountaintop. I just want to scream away. It's just horrible. And I don't know what to do but do what I'm doing now. And I'm trying to find another video here. I put David Wilkerson gave an amazing prophecy right here, scripture, absolutely amazing prophecy. I'm going to play through this, and I want you to consider your cry to anguish while this comes up on my slow computer. Consider it. Consider your place with the Lord. Consider what's going on in your lives, and look before God. Get on your knees. Pray to God, because this is really, it's real. It's not pretend, okay? So I'm going to try to open this up and get to the right place here. Because my computer, pray for a new one. Hopefully you guys will get blessed by this. I want to wake you up. Not just for me. And I'm really tired. I do have that cry to anguish a lot of times about different things. And when I do, I just sit and I pray and I get on my knees.
This morning, those in the overflow rooms, those are hearing
prophecy,
and watching,
which is absolutely
jumbo screens.
amazing.
We
I
pray
recommend that you go watch the entire thing. It's just absolutely amazing. So here I have something. It's just some examples. We have. This is just, you guys, you have to open your eyes.
Now you're for it. You defended President Obama's immigration policies. Now you say they're too harsh. You supported his trade deal dozens of times. You even called it the gold standard. Now suddenly last week you're against it. Will you say anything to get elected?
Well, actually, I have been very consistent over the course of my entire life. I have always fought for the same values and principles.
Do you think New York State should recognize gay marriage?
No.
No. Okay.
I believe that marriage is not just a bond, but a sacred bond between a man and a woman. I have not supported same-sex marriage. I have supported civil partnerships and contractual relationships. I support marriage for lesbian and gay couples. I support it personally and as a matter of policy and law.
So you're saying your opinion on gay marriage changed, or you changed your mind?
I have to say, I think you are being very persistent, but you are playing with my words and playing with what is such an
I'm just trying to clarify
issue.
so I can understand.
No, I don't think you are trying to clarify. I think you're trying to say that, I used to be opposed and now I'm in favor and I did it for political reasons, and that's just flat wrong. So let me just state what I feel like you are implying and repudiate it. I have a strong record. I have a great commitment to this issue, and I am proud of what I've done and the progress we're making.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I just want to clarify what I was saying. No, I was saying that you maybe really believed this all along, but, believed in gay marriage all along, but felt for political reasons America wasn't ready yet and you couldn't say it. That's what I was thinking.
No, that is not true. It really is great how long you've supported gay marriage.
Yes. I could have supported it sooner.
Well, you did it pretty soon.
Could have been sooner.
Fair point.
Just in July, New Hampshire, you told the crowd you, quote, take a backseat to no one when it comes to progressive values.
I take a backseat to no one when you look at my record and standing up and fighting for progressive values.
Last month in Ohio, you said you plead guilty to, quote, being kind of moderate and center. Do you change your political identity based on who you're talking to?
No, I think that like most people that I know, I have a range of views, but they are rooted in my values and my experience.
I get accused of being kind of moderate and center. I plead guilty.
Just for the record, are you a progressive or are you a moderate?
I'm a progressive.
Going through the emails, there were over 60,000 in total sent and received. About half were work-related and went to the State Department, and about half were personal, that were not in any way related to my work.
When you speak to the public, you say, I turned over everything. That's, for the most part, a direct quote. When you talk to the public, you say, I turned over everything.
90 to 95% of my work-related emails were in the state system. If they wanted to see them, they would certainly have been able to do so. You know what?
That is maybe the 10th time you have cited that figure today.
It is.
And I have not heard anyone other than you ever cite that figure. Who told you that 90 to 95% of your emails were in the State Department system? Who told you that?
We learned that from the State Department in their analysis of the emails that were already on the system.
The Inspector General report found that less than 1% of State Department emails, record emails, were captured. So they give a number of less than 1%, and you give a number of 90%.
I have absolute confidence that everything that could be in any way connected to work is now in the possession of the State Department.
This pile represents the emails that you sent or received about Libya in 2011, from February through December of 2011. This pile represents the emails you sent or received from early 2012 until the day of the attack. There are 795 emails in this pile. We've counted them. There are 67 emails in this pile in 2012. And I'm troubled by what I see here. I can only conclude by your own records that there was a lack of interest in Libya in 2012.
The server contains personal communications from my husband and me.
Only time I got on the internet, I did 2 emails, and I ordered Christmas presents from a reservation. Otherwise, I found people said embarrassing things on emails. I didn't want to be one of them.
I mean, and how many angels dance on the head of a pin? I have really nothing to. I mean, how do you answer that?
I represent represented Wall Street as a senator from New York, and I went to Wall Street in December of 2007, before the big crash that we had, and I basically said, cut it out. Quit foreclosing on homes. Quit engaging in these kinds of speculative behaviors.
Now, who's exactly to blame for the housing crisis? And I think there's plenty of blame to go around. Home buyers who paid extra fees to avoid documenting their income should have known they were getting in over their heads.
Of course we have to deal with the problem that the banks are still too big to fail. We can never let the American taxpayer and middle-class families ever have to bail out the kind of speculative behavior that we saw. But we also have to worry about some of the other players. AIG, a big insurance company, Lehman Brothers, an investment bank. There's this whole area called shadow banking. That's where the experts tell me the next potential problem could come from. So I'm with both Senator Sanders and Governor O'Malley in putting a lot of attention onto the banks. And the plan that I have put forward would actually empower regulators to break up big banks. I represented New York, and I represented New York on 9/11. When we were attacked, where were we attacked? We were attacked in downtown Manhattan, where Wall Street is. I did spend a whole lot of time and effort helping them rebuild. That was good for New York, it was good for the economy, and it was a way to rebuke the terrorists who had attacked our country.
9/11 was bad.
I agree with that.
Time and
Okay, so that's enough of that one. I just wanted to give you an idea. This is the state of our country, right? So we have somebody here who clearly isn't exactly saying what's going on, how she feels. She just speaks what it is that she thinks people want to hear. She's a good politician. She speaks very eloquently, but she's a liar. She literally lies. She's not for our country. And as it showed you, I'm going to show you here in the next video, or the next website. Sorry, my computer is really bad, so I have to cut this up and everything. The donors and the people that are funding her. Now you're talking about someone to lead in America. So do you want this person literally to lead in America? Do you really think that she's going to be for the betterment of our people? I have tons of emails here that can talk about her history and all kinds of things. You need to do the research yourself. Don't just look at one side. Think about it. Think about our country. Get on your knees. Pray about it. The time is coming, and our country's just gonna get worse and worse.